Governor, looking back on the legislative session, it seems like a lot of the bills and a lot of the debate were designed to help people who've been convicted of crimes. And I'll give you an example. In September, you signed a bill that changes the name from inmate to incarcerated persons. Do you really think that's the top priority for most New Yorkers? And what kind of message does it send about Democratic priorities?
I'm not sure where that was considered a top priority of ours, given that I don't recall even doing a press conference on that. I don't think, it's just one of those issues that came to the legislature. I received this year actually about 1,007 bills to consider. So it's important for the legislators. It doesn't have a real effect. It's a naming situation. And I'm not sure how that takes away from what has been nothing but a nonstop concerted effort to keep New Yorkers safe. Starting with our efforts in January, when I convened, and this is when I talked about it, had our first ever in the nation, 9 states working together. Never did this before, sharing data on tracing illegal guns coming here. That's how you get 9,000, almost 9,000 now, 8,000 guns off the streets, because you have the state working with other states, working with the city. Changing the bail laws. We did that. There was a lot of controversy around that. That's why our budget was not 1 day late. I would have loved an on-time budget this year. It went 9 days late because I said I insist that we make these changes before we leave for the session. Right after the massacre in Buffalo, came back more intensely important gun safety laws, including saying that 18 and 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds shouldn't be able to walk into a store and buy an AR-15. Just as a child and a teacher were slaughtered in a school in St. Louis a couple of days ago. The insanity continues with respect to guns. But even in January, you're in the subways with the mayor. Last January, standing with him, talking about how I'm going to support his efforts to make them safer, dealing with the mental health side of it, supporting him. And we were there again. So I think when it's so easy to take like, oh, you signed this bill, therefore this, I don't think that's a fair characterization of a very lengthy record, and I'd be really happy to share with you about 15 straight pages of single print data on what we've done to fight crime. It's what I've always done. It is not a campaign issue that we woke up to. It is something I've been talking about and focused on. And whether the rest of the world's, the media focus has been there sustained, that's not for me to determine.